Okay, as you can see, we're in the town of North Star. There is a town here. Hello, replay viewers. I'm sorry, my phone overheated, so this is going to be Annie Oakley Part 2. I'll wait for just a moment for a few folks to come in. I apologize, my phone overheated. But we did find the city of North Star, Ohio, or the corporation of North Star, Ohio. Go ahead. I'm currently in a New Holland tractor and farm place. So, pulled over to show you the sign though. Hello, hello, welcome back. We are in North Star, as you can see. And I pulled over in a farm implement parking lot to show you the sign. Okay, hold on to your eyeballs. I'm going to spin you back around and put you on the holder here. I'm sorry about that. My phone overheated. I was really hoping that, given the fact that it's only in the low 60s, that it wasn't going to overheat, but it did, so sorry. So anyway, little Phoebe Ann's mom brought the game that Phoebe Ann had shot to her grocer to show him what a good shot she was, and her grocer ended up buying game from her. So Phoebe Ann would shoot the game and the grocer would buy it. I'm going to slow down. I can't really pull over because this is someone's home. But you can see this is the birthplace, near the birthplace and early home. And so I just wanted to show you that little sign there. Like I said, that is in somebody's front yard, so I can't really like pull over and go out and take pictures, but we are going to try to find that plaque. So anyway, the grocer started buying game from the Moseys. Miss Mosey, after her husband Jacob died, she did remarry. She married a gentleman by the name of Daniel Brogman, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but and then excuse me, like I mentioned, later in life she did have another child. She had another son. So, but before she remarried him, when Annie was about 8 years old, well, I'm gonna hold off on that because I want to get to her home site, and then we'll move on to more stories. I'm hoping that there's a sign for the plaque. So we will see if we find the sign. I know if we get to the town of Salina in Ohio that we've passed it, because I know that the cabin was in between the two towns. So hopefully there will be a plaque, or at least something pointing to the plaque. I believe that the home was centered off of Ohio 127, which is what we're on right now. And it's kind of ironic. All the major things in her life took place along this road. This was the main road in this area of Ohio, obviously. And she was born. She had some later events happen. She died and was buried all along this road. Now it is an extremely long road, but you can definitely tell that this was the main thoroughfare in this area because her whole life took place on this road. I mean, she did go out and, of course, you know, go and explore beyond You know, she went around the world with the shooting and all of that. And, but she came back to this area. She loved this area. She felt the most comfortable and most at home here. This is where she chose to return to, even after she had been all over the world. She did live and own a home in Minnesota. But ultimately she came back here later in life, and like I said, passed away here, and I'll show you the home that she passed away in, and everything. And like I said, it's all right along this road, so this was a very, very important stretch of road for people in this area. And I'm not sure that we're gonna, I don't know. I'm gonna turn around in a little bit because we're starting to come up to the next city, and we'll turn around and we'll see if the plaque may be on the other side of the road. I don't see one here, but we'll go a little further and see if there's a plaque on the other side of the road. If there is not one going in this direction. I'm assuming that the plaque would be on the roadside. It may be further back into a field. I don't know. But I'm hoping that it's along the roadside. My research did not say if it was on the north or the south side, or excuse me, the east or the west side of the road. So we're just going to have to kind of keep our eyes peeled, and we'll see what we find. But like I said, if we get to the next city, we'll go ahead and turn around and come back the other direction, because I know that her cabin, her parents' cabin where she was born, was in between the two cities. Let's see, there is a brown sign up here which indicates something historical. Oh nope, we're entering in Lake St. Mary's region, which is a beautiful lake, but it has nothing to do with Annie Oakley, or the sign didn't have anything to do with Annie Oakley. Don't be freaked out by the military vehicles. There's a large military base up here, so they're just moving from one spot to another. It's not anything to be scared about. They move stuff all the time. They move things a lot from up here down to Wilbur Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and in between the two military installments up here. So that's not anything creepy. Yeah, I am not seeing a plaque. We'll give it a little bit more time. I would assume that the plaque would be visible from both sides of the road, but I don't know. We'll continue on up here a little bit. They said that it was a few miles outside of town, so we haven't really gone very, very far yet. So we'll keep going and see if maybe it's up here further. I am seeing church steeples of the next town ahead, so we are getting closer to the town of Salina. But we will keep charging forward and see if we can find any plaques up here. And then if not, we'll turn around in Salina and head back the other direction, because we need to go back the other direction for her next the next big aspect of her life. is back in the other direction, so we do need to turn around anyway. But wow, look at that beautiful spire for that church up there on the kind of in the middle of your screen to the right a little bit. There's a beautiful church spire sticking up. I'm not a super religious person, but church spires on the countryside really are very pretty, and I do enjoy seeing them. Alrighty, well, it looks like we may be turning around soon. Sorry, we're kind of all exploring together here. I know the area I'm going to, but I don't know the exact location. So we're all kind of just taking a wonderful adventurous drive together at this point in time. Like I said, in a little bit we will turn around and county now, so we will turn around up here in a little bit, because I know that she lived in Dark County, and we just entered into Mercer County. Now, assuming that the counties did not change, the county lines did not change, and that Mercer County existed in her time period. I honestly don't know when Mercer County became a county, or when Mercer became a county. So, no, that's great. There's a sign for the landfill. Anybody need to drop something off? Okay, so we have some turns coming up here. Okay. So, there's the landfill off to the right. And I believe we have some farm implements up here, which is one of the wonderful things about driving on these kind of roads in Ohio. Either that, or we're behind an Amish buggy, or it could be both. Or maybe it's just somebody towing something that's moving slowly. I don't know. In this part of Ohio, the Amish do not have their own lanes. In some areas in Pennsylvania and Ohio and Indiana, the Amish buggies have their own lanes on the side of the road. So that way they're protected and cars are protected too. I don't know that it's a buggy. I honestly can't see up there. Oh, we should have pulled in there. Oh well. But we'll continue along, and perhaps the next turnaround. This is always fun, going 25-30 miles an hour on a 60-mile-an-hour road. It honestly makes me more nervous than going 60 on a 60-mile-an-hour road. And I'm not a fan. So I think the next opportunity we have to turn around that's not in a house, I don't want to turn around in somebody's yard. That's not cool. Oh, okay, this has a slow-moving sticker on it, so I think it's a piece of farm machinery, or yeah, it's a piece of farm machinery up there. It is coming up on harvesting season and all that for October, so a lot of the farm equipment is starting to kind of come out and about and be used. Let's see, this guy's letting me pass, but there's a little hill and I'm not comfortable with passing on a hill. So I'm just going to kind of give him space. Sorry, this is the nervous chatter, or not nervous, but you know, just the kind of fill-in chatter, if you will. Aha, there's a business that's coming up here. like I said, I don't really like passing going 25 miles an hour on a 60-mile-an-hour street. Because it's going to take me a little bit to get up to that speed. I'm just going to turn around up here. So, I know, bud. Thank you for letting me pass, but... And actually, there's a hay truck behind me, so they'll probably be going just as slow up here, too. And I am making the person in the truck behind me very, very angry, I know. I'm sorry, individual. Sorry, sir or madam. Okay, I'm going to turn around in here. And let them go ahead. And there's the hay truck that's also going slowly. Okay, so we're going to head back into the direction of North Star. Shoot, the sun is on my phone again, and I hope it doesn't overheat. If it does overheat, give me just a little bit. As soon as I can pull over and find a place to do it at, I will cool the phone down and restart another stream. Sorry. I can't really open my windows because it's too loud, but I'll put on some AC. Sorry, that's going to be loud too, but it may keep the phone from overheating, which is kind of a key thing right now. Like I said before, I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't overheat because it's not that warm outside, but with the sun beating directly on it and it using its energy, it's got apps, the Prism app open in order for me to stream. It is running, so it may get very warm. We're going to do what we can to about that. I hope everybody's enjoying this drive in eastern Ohio. I'm sorry, western Ohio. If you're just coming in, if the folks who are already in could kind of bring folks up to speed. We are seeking out Annie Oakley's birthplace. We are in the vicinity of it, but there is a plaque indicating where the cabin was, where she was born on August 13th. 1860. She was born Phoebe Ann Mosey. Like I mentioned, her mom called her Phoebe, never called her anything else. Her sisters all called her Annie. So she took the name Annie, and her last name she changed from Mosey, which is kind of, she felt a little bit frumpy and a little bit normal, or not normal, but just not flashy, not showman. Sounds showy. And she changed it to Oakley, so she became Annie Oakley. And she took Oakley from the name of a city in the area that I believe no longer exists. And like I said, if folks can find the location of Oakley, I'd be glad to go there. I didn't find anything for it. Well, there's that pretty church off to the left. Ooh. That's very pretty. So we're on Ohio 127 right now. The Mosey homestead was. I don't know if we'll find it, but if we don't find it by the time we get back into North Star, I'm sorry for the air conditioner noise, but If we don't get it by the time we get to the town of North Star, we'll continue on with the next sort of big event in Annie's life, or Phoebe Ann, as she was known at that stage, Phoebe, or Annie to her siblings. We will continue on to that next stage, which is also in this direction. So, worst comes to worst, we're just going back towards where we need to be. Well, I hope everybody's having a nice day. It's a beautiful day, about 65 degrees, with sunny blue skies. Clear skies. And I don't think even the vlogger Tim Tracker can find a cloud in the sky today. Inside joke for you Tim Tracker fans. If you are enjoying this, please subscribe. I do a lot of driving videos like this, historic type things. I do a lot of Disney, Disneyland, Disney World, Disney related. And I do a lot of videos with my dog. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, I hope you enjoy this. Please subscribe. Please hit that like button. Would love to have you on board as a subscriber. And the like button, the likes, the thumbs up, really help YouTube. Really help let YouTube know that you're enjoying this kind of content, and it'll help YouTube bring up more of this type of content for you in your recommended videos and vlogs. So it's a benefit for me and a benefit for you. So please go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, feel free to chat. I have some wonderful folks in my chat. They're very helpful and kind, and they are a great part of my little YouTube family. I appreciate that. So, you know, I'm starting to wonder if the plaque may be off of Ohio 127. We're kind of coming back into North Star now in a little bit. I still don't see a plaque, but I'll give it time till we actually get into North Star again, and then we'll move on if we haven't found it. But I was really hoping that it would be along the roadway, because it was reported that the cabin was just off the roadway. So I was hoping that there would be a plaque to say, you know, this is the general area of the location. Like I said, the actual cabin is long gone. It was built in, like, but there is supposed to be a plaque indicating the general area. And that's what we're looking for. So it was reported to be about 5 miles out of town. But I don't know if that's 5 miles out of the town limit as it stands now, or 5 miles out of the town limit as it stood in Phoebe Ann's day. I'm sure that there's a difference. I'm sure that North Star has grown and shrunk. Excuse me, I'm not sick. I have allergies. So if you hear me sniffing, I apologize. My nose is stuffy. So I apologize for having the sniffles. But I'm trying to keep the windows up and the AC on for the phone. And my nose kind of doesn't like cold air being blown on me. So I'm a little bit more sniffly than I am with the windows open. Also, it tends to be very noisy with the windows open at 60 miles an hour, so I don't want to blow you guys out of the car. This is Annie Oakley Memorial Parkway, which, if you were in the stream earlier, makes sense. All of her major life activities centered on this road. She was born here. She had another major life event, which is going to be what we cover next. Occurred along this road, and she came back to this area later in her life, died in a home on this road, and is buried along this road. So it's very fitting that this is the Annie Oakley Highway. This is one of the longer roads in Ohio, but all of her stuff happened within a good 20-mile radius. Because at that time, excuse me, even though she made it quite far, she made it all over the world with her shooting shows. Most people did not move, did not leave, or go very far away from home. It was very difficult and semi-dangerous at that time. It was still pretty wild out here. This area did still have a lot of indigenous people, Native Americans, however you'd like to call them. Now this is, for those of you who are just joining us, this is the town of North Star, and this is the town that Phoebe Ann and her sisters and mother, they would quote-unquote go into town. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit because it's giving me a headache. This brick building off to the left was very possibly a building that she would have gone to. Some of these older brick buildings. She lived in this area around 1860. Okay, that one was built in 1903. She may or may not have gone to that. So this is the town of North Star. I'm sorry that we did not get to see the plaque. But it would be great if we get a chance later to see it. Okay, so now we're going to go towards the intersection of 127 and 49, Ohio 127 and Ohio 49, which is where Annie, or Phoebe Ann, or Phoebe, was sent by her mother after her father died, and she remarried. Sarah Mosey, or at that time Brumberg. Her second husband's name was Daniel Brumberg. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not doing that justice. I'm sorry. But they were overwhelmed with children. They kind of didn't know. You know what? That might have been the sign. Well, we'll go back. They were overwhelmed with children, and they didn't really know how to deal with all of them. There were 8 of them in total. They had a small cabin, as meager as a general meager family would, and they didn't really know how to handle all those kids. So Mrs. Mosey sent Phoebe Ann and her sister Sarah Ellen to the Dark County the Dark County Infirmary. And for those of you who have watched my channel in the past, you know that I've explored a few county infirmaries. And at that time, in the mid-1800s, infirmaries were kind of like poor farms. if you couldn't work or didn't have money to live on your own, you would go there and the county would pay for you, would take care of you, would feed you, would give you housing and shelter. And so her mother sent the two of them there. I'm not sure why she picked those two, but she did. She may have picked Phoebe Ann because Phoebe Ann really didn't follow the social structure of being a lady in the times. Phoebe Ann was very much a tomboy, or what you would call a tomboy now. She was very outdoorsish, very kind of tough and rough and tumble, and like is known, she was very good with a shotgun and a rifle, and young ladies who were living in that time, young ladies didn't do that, and they weren't upper class, but still a proper young lady didn't shoot a rifle. So Phoebe Ann kind of didn't take to those girlish roles or womanish, ladyish roles very well. So they kind of think that might have been part of the reason why she was selected. Now, I'll be honest, I know nothing about Sarah Ellen. I don't know a reason why. She was closest to Phoebe Ann in age, so maybe that's what it had to do with. But they were both sent to this infirmary, and when Phoebe Ann was 12. So, and you know what? I apologize about this being so broken up, but I am going to find a place here and turn around and go back to that sign, because I really think that's where the homestead was. I'm going to turn around in the street down here. Oh, fudge. Okay, no, I'm not, because I've got cars going both directions now. Okay. One of these downfalls of these beautiful little backcountry highways. They're great, but they're very difficult to find areas to turn around in until you've already passed them. I don't really want to turn around in somebody's home, because that's their property and that's kind of intrusive. But on the other hand, I might need to just find a little bump out and turn around in it. I would go over and turn around on the side of the road here, but it's hard to tell because the grass has grown up, but there are ditches on the sides of the road for rain runoff and snow, and I don't want to get my tires in one of those ditches. So, darn, probably could have used that street. Okay, there's no one behind me, so I'm going to slow down so that way, excuse me, when we come up to another option, I can take it, because we had passed a couple, but I was going too quickly to take them. Okay, so I think I'm going to take this little road coming up here, use it to turn around on. Yeah, nobody's coming down this road. Good, 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 good. Nobody's behind me. Perfect. Nobody's coming the other direction. All right. Okay, so I apologize for the turnaround, but I do think that I found the plaque where the Mosey family cabin was. So we're going to head back in that direction now and see if we can go back and catch it before we go. Close this now that we're there. We're going to try to catch this plaque before we go to where the infirmary was. So I apologize for the delay. That's one of the things that makes it a little bit difficult when you're doing this on your own and you don't know exactly where things are. Trying to find them and pull over in time and all that on a road that's 60, 65 miles an hour is dangerous and difficult. So I apologize for passing it, but we are going to go back. Because like I said, I believe that that was the placard for it. And if not, you guys can grump at me and grumble and all that, and I will totally understand. But I really do think that this was where their homestead was. And I think my problem was I was thinking that it was north of town, and it's actually south of town. Like I said, we will go back to that cemetery. That is where Annie is buried, along with her husband Frank. And we're going to do this in chronological order, though. So we're going to go back to her birthplace. Or what I believe was the sign to her birthplace. I hope it was. I really think so, but it was actually just before the town of North Star going this direction. So I missed it because I wasn't looking for it until we got to North Star. My bad. But anyway, we should be coming up on it again in just a little bit. So this area looked all like the trees to your right there. This was all forested. Well, predominantly forested. People did have a few farms. Farms then were definitely not as large as farms now, at least in this area. Farms then may have been 100 acres because they had horses and did everything by hand. Or not by hand, but they didn't have like corn harvesters and all of that sort of stuff. So they did have some machines, but they didn't have like gas-powered stuff. Everything was very much horse-drawn at that time. So most of this is forested, and therefore offered a lot of game for Phoebe Ann and her father to hunt. And you didn't really need anything other than food. I mean, you built your house, and then you trapped or hunted food. So, you know, you didn't really need a whole lot. I mean, you did need to go into town for a few things, and like I said, you know, you would need money for that. And Annie would end up selling a lot of her game to the grocer. So that is it. All right. Woohoo. Okay. So let me go in up here. We will turn around. I can pull off the edge of the road a little bit, but we're not going to spend a whole lot of time because this is a fast road. Okay, so this is going to be like the third time I've turned into these people's parking lot. They're going to be like, okay, next time you need to buy a harvester or a combine or something, because you've been in our parking lot like forever. Are you scouting us out or what? So, sorry folks, I'm not in business. I'm not looking for farm machinery. I'm just trying to turn around to find things on Annie Oakley. Okay, but I did spot the sign this time, so, and I did confirm that that is Annie Oakley's birthplace, so I'm very happy. So we're almost there. Yay! I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, it's south of town, and I thought it was north of town, but okay. So, good, there's nobody behind me. I am going to kind of go off the road here. Shoot. So the little sign to the right says Annie Oakley's childhood home. I hope that you can see that. It's a little bit off to the right. We are in somebody's property. Let's see, I can go a little bit closer. There we go. So this is where Annie Oakley's cabin was in her childhood home. So now we're gonna go down to where the Dark County Infirmary was, where she and her sister Sarah Ellen were sent when Annie was 12. Now, while they were at that infirmary, Annie did learn a little bit of schooling. She did get a little bit of education. She learned how to read and write. Excuse me. And she learned some basic sewing techniques. Because like I said, girls and ladies in that time period, you cooked and you sewed. And so she learned to do both of those, and she was kind of, I don't want to say talked out of, but she was reminded that shooting and hunting weren't things that young ladies did. So they gave her more gender appropriate things to do, if you want to put it that way. Well, in this infirmary. They called it an infirmary. Like I said earlier, it's kind of like a county home, where if you had a physical or psychological disability, you would be placed there, and your family couldn't or wouldn't take care of you. You were placed there if you were an alcoholic or suffered from drunkenness, as they called it back then. You could be deemed a ward of the state and placed in the county home. If you were an elder and you didn't have any family around and needed someone to help take care of you, you could be placed in the county infirmary. Or any other reason why you couldn't work, you would be placed there. So Phoebe Ann and Sarah Ellen lived there for a couple years, and Phoebe Ann, or Annie, actually she was known by Annie by then, to most folks, because like I said, only her mother called her Phoebe. She actually was what was called bonded out, which basically was sold, if you will, or given, quote unquote, to a family to take care of their infant child. I guess the mother of the child couldn't or didn't or whatever want to take care of the baby or needed help, I don't know. So at that time, young girls would be given, or not really adopted, kind of like fostering, sort of, but it was for a job. It wasn't like, oh, we're a family, we love you, we want you to live with us. It was, we need a young boy for farm working. We need a young girl to help with the household chores in the family. That sort of a purpose. So Annie was, I call it loaned out, because when she was sent to the county infirmary, she and her sister were deemed wards of the state, or the county, I'm sorry, the county. So she was under the county's guidance, I guess, under their care. So these people bought her to take care of their child. Supposedly, they were going to pay her, they were going to pay her to take care of their children, but they never did. They never gave her any money. They did occasionally feed her, but she got scraps, and she fell asleep while helping to sew, and the mother of the family, the wife, locked her outside in the winter. So she ran away. She was being abused mentally and physically, and she was like, to heck with this. I can live on my own. I know what I'm doing. I can get food for myself. So she ran away from the county home, lived with a family by the name of the Edmontons for a while, or Eddington, excuse me, for a while, and then eventually made her way back to her mother at the age of 15. By the age of 15, she was known as a crack shot, or as, a very good marksman. And so she was kind of known all over this area for it, and all the way down to the Ohio River. So she had earned quite a bit of money from contests and selling her animals to meat markets and things like that. So when she did make it back, once again, there's her gravesite area. We will be back. So when she did make it back, she had enough money that she was able to buy the home that her mother had been renting after her second husband, Daniel, passed away. Her mom rented the home out because she couldn't afford to keep it. Or excuse me, she left that home because she couldn't afford to keep it and was renting a home. So when Annie came back, she was like, look, I have money, I will buy you this home. So at the age of 15, she bought the house that her family was living in at the time, which was not the log cabin site that we were just at. They lived in another home. They weren't able to keep that log cabin site. So, let me see, I think this is the junction, yes. This is Ohio 127. Oh, nope, this is Ohio 47. We need 127 and 49, which should be coming up in a little bit. But that intersection is where the county infirmary was. The county infirmary burned down twice. Oh, there she is on the side of a barn. I don't know if you guys can see that. Annie Oakley, aim at a high mark, and you'll hit it. Like I said, she's the native daughter of this area, and is the area is very proud of her. So yeah, she's on a lot of things up here. And like I'd mentioned, this is Annie Oakley Highway. But the county infirmary was struck by lightning and burned down, and then it was rebuilt and struck by lightning again. It's burned down. So just FYI, storm hunters, apparently the intersection of Ohio 127 and Ohio 49 is a really good spot for lightning watching. Unless you're in a brick and wooden building, then you may be in trouble. But anyway, so we're gonna get down to 49 in a little bit. It's actually in the town of Greenville, Ohio, which is where we started this little tidbit of a journey earlier today. Greenville is, or was then and still is, the county seat for Darke County, and that's why the county infirmary was located there, because it was, where the county seat was. So we're going to head back into Greenville, sorry. There's a ton of green towns in Ohio, in this part of Ohio and Indiana. We're going to head back into Greenville, go see that, then we're going to come back up. Actually, no, we're not going to come. We're going to go to Greenville. We're going to see the county infirmary, and we're going to see the home that she passed away in. And then we're going to come back up this direction and visit her gravesite. And I'll take you guys out, and we can go up to her gravesite and pay respects. And you guys can see that. She was, she did come back to Greenville and was in this town in later years. Like I said, she did live in Minnesota for a little while, but and I honestly don't know what happened to her siblings. I don't know that much about her family. I don't know if they remained here. Probably so, because like I said, most people didn't leave at that time, but they might have left. I should really explore more of that. But we're going to get in here to Greenville in just a little bit. see, this is very much farm communities, farming farms, that makes sense. Farming farmhouses and farms. Yeah, you're gonna do that on a turn. That's a really good idea, and there's a car coming. Jeez. One of the reasons I do not like these roads with people that are impatient. We are going the speed limit, by the way. We're not going 25 miles an hour. We're doing the speed limit. People just, I don't know. But those types of things really worry me, and I'm not a big passer. I will pass people if it's an open road and I can see, and that it's broken or dotted yellow lines. That person actually passed on a curve, so therefore he or she could not see the car that was coming towards them around the curve until they were already on the other side of the road. But anyway, we won't really go into driving at the moment. Hope you guys are having a great day. I really want to get to the infirmary because I want to tell you more about her life, but I want to wait until we get to this big chapter in her life that was really kind of defining for her. She really kind of realized that she could make it on her own after being in the infirmary and running away from the family that she was loaned out to. And she kind of realized, you know what, I'm good, I can survive, and I'm good at shooting. And at that time, that's kind of all you really needed. I mean, if you were as good as she is, or was, you could make a living at it, which she definitely did. She definitely made a living out of it. More than a living. Like I said, she bought her family's house, took care of them for as long as need be, and definitely made a living. So now that this is 2 lanes, I am going to go ahead and scoot on past this person. This is called Children's Home Road. Well, it is a way to get to the children's home. But we're actually going to the infirmary. The children's home came later. They eventually figured out that they really didn't want to build another infirmary or home on this site. The famous Ohio 49 and 127 intersection. Because, you know, after being struck by lightning and burning down twice, you kind of get the idea that maybe this isn't the right spot for this building. So they did move it, they relocated it, and I believe that's when they changed it to the children's home and created a hospital. So they split the two up, or actually I think it was a hospital, a children's home, and like an old folks home, if you will, like a nursing care facility, retirement home, whatever you'd like to call it. They split those up, and that's when they relocated the children's home to Children's Home Road, or well, located it there. Still on 121. I know this might be a little bit boring for you, sorry. I honestly thought 49 was a little closer, but it's not, so we'll just continue on till we get to it. And then, like I said, we'll go into Greenville, and show you the house that she passed away in. In the meantime, I'll explain the middle part of her life to you, and then we will stop by her gravesite, and that'll be it. To the right. Oh, 150. Interesting. Okay, I'm assuming this will get me back to 127 South. Like I said, they just created that whole roadway area. So, that's all brand new back there. And let me see what's up ahead here. Greenville. Okay, we're back in Greenville, which is good. But we're not on 127 anymore. You know what? Since there's not even a building anymore there, I'm just going to tell you about the children's the infirmary. It's on the corner of Ohio 127 and Ohio 49. Like I said, it did burn down twice. Sarah Ellen and Phoebe Ann were placed there by their mother. I don't know what happened to Sarah Ellen. I don't know if she was quote-unquote loaned out to a family or not. But we will move on, and actually I'm going to find somewhere to pull over and put in this new address, and we will go to the home that she passed away in, and then we will head to her gravesite. So once I find a place to pull over here and enter in the address of the home that we're going to next, unless I can figure it out based on the streets here. I know Greenville a little bit. Let's see. We'll find a good open business or gas station to pull into here. Well, these are kind of roped off. There we go. I'll go into the dollar store. Okay. Whoa. Okay, since they haven't had the Dark County Fair, which is usually in Greenville, they have their little fair trucks set up as like food trucks. And that one is for potato tornadoes, fresh fries, wraps. Whoa, okay. That's looking awfully yummy. But don't get distracted, Tracy. Don't get distracted. Okay. Okay. So, on Thanksgiving Day in 1875, a traveling marksman by the name of Frank Butler placed a bet for $100, which would be $2,300 in today's money, that no one could shoot more birds than he did. This was down in the Cincinnati, Ohio area. So, of course, people had heard about Phoebe Ann, or Annie by that time. So, you know, they were like, hey, Annie, you should go take this guy up on his offer. So she did. She took him up on his bet. And there are two accounts of what happened. One account was that Frank Butler shot 24 out of the 25 birds, and the 25th flew away unscathed. And another report was that he shot all 25 of the birds, but one bird fell outside of the designated area. So, by either account, he had shot 24 out of the 25 birds. So when Annie came up, they released the birds, and she shot all 25 straight off the bat, no questions asked. She won the bet and Frank's heart. They were married in June of 1882. So they met in 1875 in November, and they were married in June of 1882. As I'm sure you guys are all aware of, they went on to be a famous sharpshooter Wild West act. Excuse me, I had to take a drink. Frank Butler was also an animal trainer, and Annie had a little dog that she loved, and they trained the dog, whose name was Davy, to sit on his hind legs and be a part of the show. Now, in 1922, Annie was injured in a car accident and resulted in her leg having to be put into a metal brace, and therefore she wasn't as quick and sure-footed. So she ended up doing more seated things in the shows. And they really kind of brought Davy into the act at that point. She would sit on a chair facing one direction. Davy would stand on a pedestal on his hind legs. They would place an apple on Davy's head. Annie would look through a hand mirror and shoot the apple off of Davy's head. She also would shoot cards off of his head and Frank's head, and other things of that nature. That continued on, and on November 3rd, 1926, she did pass away. And I'm going to enter in let's see if I can use my iPad so I don't have to mess up the screen here. Let's see. Let me, I'm going to pause for just a sec and see if I can get technical difficulties taken care of here. Fudge. Okay. Well, I hope that this does not end the stream. Watch your eyeballs. I'm going to take you off the stand. Sorry. So, I am going to... Oh, no. Cancel. Okay. Okay, there we go. Yay. Okay. I'm going to turn on Waze again here. 227 East 3rd. Okay. So... 27... No. Hold on. Okay, hang on just a minute. I'm sorry about my fingers being in the way. East 3rd Street. There we go. Okay. So.
We're all set. Drive safely. Turn left on Green Street.
Oh, okay. That's Green Street. Oh, wow. Huh. I am just... That's funny. Alrighty, are we still here? Thumbs up. Can we get... Hey, boss! Okay. Hold your eyeballs. Alrighty. So, I am going to be a good girl and avoid the potato tornadoes. And I know, Lucky Minute, you're a fellow potato lover. I'm sorry. You know what? I am gonna open the windows since we're gonna be in town for the next little bit. Okay. So now we're gonna go to the home that she died in. Oh, ribbon fries, wraps. Oh man, gosh, that looks good. Alrighty. Anyway, like I said, since the Dark County Fair is not going on, the fair food trucks are setting up around town as little food trucks and being able to sell their wares there. And I'm not sure what the 4-H kids are doing. I know in the next county over, they are showing them extremely spaced apart, like one every hour or so. For like the larger animals and the smaller animals, they're like taking over several barns and doing it that way, so that way everybody's spaced. But I don't know what they're doing in Dark County. And I think this is one of the longest lights in the area. Come on, stoplight. Green, please. Yay! I see your French fry emoji, Lucky Minute. I see the French fries. I see them. And I agree. I will admit that I did go
In
over...
900 feet, turn left on Locust Street.
I did go over and get some pretzel bites for the trip out here. Oh my goodness, there are lots of children at that house that have bikes. I don't know if that was Locust Street. I don't think it was. Okay, it wasn't. Good.
Turn left on Locust Street.
Oh, this is a very interesting intersection. Okay, now that all 12 of us have stopped. Okay. Really, person? Look, I know that this isn't super populated, but you maybe could have looked up. Sheesh. I mean, it's not like I'm in a large SUV or anything, which I am. Not super large, but big enough to notice when it's coming at you. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Alrighty. Here's Walnut Street. We are looking for 3rd Street, which should be coming up here in a little bit, probably after 1st. Huh, okay. Oh, they're doing a motorcycle ride. Okay, well, good for them. It's a beautiful day for it. I'm not a big motorcycle person, but if I was, this would be a good day to do it. Okay. This is getting interesting. Okay. Well. This does not have a street sign on it that I can see. And the little GPS lady has not told me to turn yet, so I'm going to go straight. Cypress. I would have thought we would have gotten into numbers by then, because we're looking for 3rd Street. Oh, and this dead ends. Okay. I missed something somehow. I'm going to go down this direction. Because 3rd Street should be right around the old part of town, if my thinking is correct. This is Central. my GPS just stop talking to me? I hate that. Because then I don't know where I'm going. Alright, I apologize, guys. Sometimes these little 1800s towns have very interesting roadways. And I think, I'm 2 blocks away. But then the straight turn and dead end, and I don't know where I am anymore. Aha! 4th Street. Okay. So, this is 416 4th. Okay. So I'm gonna guess 3rd Street is this direction. We will find out if I'm correct in just a moment. Drum roll, please. Ah, no street signs. Why are there not street signs? Dang it. I need a street sign. Okay, well, if this next street is 2nd Street, then we'll know that that was 3rd. Okay, what is this street? Main. Gosh. Darn it. Okay. This is always fun. I'm sorry, guys. Hang tight for the adventure. Oh, that's where the Treaty of Greenville was signed. That little park. Good to know. Alright. I am so sorry, guys. We've somehow totally left the street names. So, well, there's the police station. I could ask them. Excuse the motorcycles, please. I hate these little roundabout guys. Well, I don't mind them if everybody knows what they're doing. I really like the ones with the lanes, because then you know where you're going. Okay. So I'm going to pull over up here again. I'm sorry, guys. This is so much easier with somebody else, because then, like, they can do the navigating and you can do the driving and it all works out. This is for a really popular restaurant, and I don't want to go here. I'm going to go here. There we go. Oh, jeez. That was a little bit of a curb. There was a driveway and a curb, but I kind of got a little bit of both. That's not... Sorry, dude. It's not the way you want to go out. Okay, hold on a sec, guys. I'm sorry. I'm coming. Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely an adventure. Sorry. Why did you stop talking, little GPS lady? I need you to talk to me.
We're all set. Drive safely. In 300 feet. Turn left on North Main Street. Then turn right.
Okay. Where is the map? Ugh. There we go. Okay. Go now. Sorry for my hands in the way. Okay, we want to go Main Street to Wayne to North to Spring to Main to East to Ash. Ah! Alright, so what I'm gonna do is... Sorry guys, I know I've been moving the phone, portrait and landscape and all that. I am gonna leave the map on, so I'm not gonna be able to see your chat. but this way I can see the map. So, and honestly, right now, that's really what I need. Because I like adventures, but I also am kind of really just wanting to get where I'm wanting to go. Gosh, that driveway is not the best driveway.
Turn left on North Main Street. Then turn right on Wayne Street.
Wait. Why does it say I'm going the wrong direction? Okay.
At the roundabout, turn left on East Main Street. Then turn right on Ash Street.
Okay. Sheesh. Okay. Goodness gracious.
Turn right on Ash Street. Then turn right on East 3rd Street.
G-struck. God. Not like I had my turn signal on or anything.
Turn right on East 3rd Street.
Okay. I'm assuming this is 3rd.
You've arrived at your destination.
224, okay, 227. Okay. I am going to go up here and turn around because the home is on the other side of the street. And I want to give you guys a good view of it. Okay. 223. All right. This, oop, there we go. This is the home that she passed away in on November 3rd. Excuse me. She passed away on November 3rd, 1926. On the second floor in the top right-hand bedroom. So, there. She passed away in this home. I don't know if this is the house that she bought for her family, or if this was a later house, or this was a home that she had. I'm not really sure, but this is the home where Annie Oakley passed away. So there you go. Now that we've had her birthplace, I've told you about the infirmary. I've told you about her marriage and her shooting. And this, yeah, exactly. Yes, finally, results. Where are we, Rachel? We are in Greenville, Ohio. This is the house that the famous Wild West shooting star Annie Oakley passed away in. We've been doing a trip all about her life, and now we are going to go to her gravesite, and I will actually take you guys out of the car there. I might have better luck because inside of the car hasn't been too strong. Normally, I swear I'm okay. All right, so now we're
in 600 feet. Turn right, then turn left.
Back towards where we were, and we're gonna go see her gravesite. Careful of your eyeballs. I'm gonna put you back on the holder here. There you go. And now I have minimized you guys so I can see the map. So I can't see chat. So please talk amongst yourselves. Fill each other in if you don't mind. Excuse me. I had to take a quick drink. Thank you all so much for coming by. Please stick around for the tour of her gravesite. And we will be there momentarily. Like I said, if you like this content, please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my live streams. I might be going live.
Turn right on Locust Street. Then turn left on East 4th Street.
To go down to Brookville Lake. And then next weekend, I'm going to go live again on the 26th from Pottstown School in Middletown, Ohio.
Turn left on East 4th Street.
A paranormal convention. So that'll be fun, and maybe an investigation. I'm not really sure. It depends on how accessible the school is, how many stairs, what type of condition the building is in. My channel consists of historical things like this, the stream all about Annie Oakley and her life. It also consists of paranormal investigating, Disney, variety of Disney things, Disney World, Disneyland, Disneyana, and streams with my dog.
In half a mile,
So
turn left on North Ohio Street.
So if you like that kind of stuff, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way you'll be aware of my live streams. I am trying to live stream more, excuse me, but I do have quite a bit of vlogs on my channel as well. Oh, I also do storms. I do some storm chasing, and I do a lot of storm watching, weather watching. And ooh, this is kind of bicycle alley here. Okay. And if you like this kind of stuff,
In 1,000 feet, turn left.
Please go ahead and hit that like button. It helps YouTube to know the things that you like, so that way it can suggest things for you. And it helps me because YouTube will know that I do stuff that people like.
Turn left on North Ohio Street.
So please hit like for both of us. Alrighty. We're heading back out of Greenville and back up towards our favorite area of North Star. We had passed this earlier. Where
In 3/4 of a mile, turn right on Krepberg Road.
We had passed the sign earlier that said Annie Oakley gravesite, but I wanted to do this in chronological order. So we did the birthplace. We tried to go to and talked about the Dark County Infirmary. Went to her death site, the house that she passed away in, which is what we just left. And now we're going to go over to her gravesite and pay respects and say hello to her and Frank. It's also rumored that their dog Davy was cremated there as well. And it's rumored that Annie, oh well, it's not
In
rumored.
1,000 feet, turn right.
She definitely was cremated, but it's rumored that her cremains were actually stored
Turn right on Krepberg Road.
stored in one of her trophy cups and placed in Frank Butler's casket with him. It is known that she is buried with him, or they are buried together, I should say. But it's rumored that her cremains were placed in one of her trophy cups, and then the trophy cup was placed in Frank Butler's casket. So that's a river.
In a quarter of a mile, turn left on US 127 North.
I don't know if that's true. Could be. I do know, like I said, that they were buried together. Oh, fudge. I just did it again. Okay, so this is a...
Turn left on US 127 North.
This is a brand new intersection road kind of thing that Waze
In
needs to be
1.2 miles,
on.
exit to US 36 East, State Route 571,
Cannot make a
Pickway,
left from
Greenville.
where we were. But for people who have the issue that we just had, they did put a U-turn lane in, thankfully. That has been done within the past year or so. I've been out this way and made lefts on this road numerous times. But you know, I think that it's been such a dangerous intersection. I've had a lot of deaths there because it's kind of two main roads coming together. And in the winter and in the dark, at night, this is very, very dark. And
Continue straight for 15 minutes to East Star Road.
So that has been a very, very dangerous intersection. So I think that that's probably why they put those cement dividers in like that, so that way people would not get struck crossing or turning there. Anyway, excuse me, I'm going to take a little bit more of a sip on my drink here. Lots and lots of talking. But it's great. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you sticking around and kind of going on adventures as I miss turns and miss opportunities for things. Like I said, these trips are always a little bit easier when you have two people. One can kind of navigate and the other one can drive. Most of these roads are about 60 miles an hour, and when you're looking for one little plaque on a road and you're going 60 miles an hour and you've got like 25 miles to find it in, it can be difficult. So thank you for sticking with me on the detours and the roundabouts. And for those of you who are just joining, welcome. And please feel free to go back and watch this from the beginning. We went and saw the city of North Star, which is the town that Sarah and Jacob Mosey lived by, and that the Mosey girls and boy would attend church in and things like that. And if you don't know who the Moseys are, please go back and watch the first part of this, because you'll explain how and why. I will explain how and why the Mosey family are a part of Annie Oakley's life. And then we went and saw the we went towards, and I talked about the Dark County Infirmary and what part that played in Annie Oakley's life, along with one of her siblings. And then we just saw where Annie Oakley passed away. That building, or that room in the upstairs of the home on 227 3rd Street in Greenville, Ohio. And now we're going to go pay our respects to her gravesite. And then we'll wrap up this live stream. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. There's still a little bit to go. Please hang on, and we will go and pay our respects together. I did bring a tripod this time. I have a gimbal, but to be honest with you, I need help from somebody who knows how to use one to set it up. I think I need to weight it, but I don't know how to weight it. I think my phone might be too heavy, so I might need to get some counterweights for my gimbal. I don't know how to do that. So I'm honestly going to bring it in November when I go on a trip, and hope to goodness that I run into somebody who knows how to use a gimbal and can help me figure out how to use it, because I would love to have it be useful. I mean, I bought it. They're not really cheap, and I haven't been able to use it yet because I can't figure out how to get it connected and coordinated and formatted and all that kind of good stuff to my phone. So, but I did bring a tripod, so hopefully things will be less bouncy. It's going to be a little bouncy because I do walk with crutches, so I don't walk very smoothly, especially in old graveyards, but hopefully it'll be less bouncy than me just holding the phone in my hand, and also much less of a worry about me dropping the phone, unless I drop the whole darn shooting match. But no pun intended on an Annie Oakley stream. But yeah, I'm less likely to drop a whole tripod than I am to drop a phone. So anyway, we're just on the outskirts of North Star, and we're going to come up to Annie Oakley's gravesite in just a little bit. It's still a beautiful day here. It's upper 60s, a light breeze, and clear blue sky. So this was a wonderful day to do this. Very excited to do it. I'm so excited and happy that you guys were with me on this. Really means a lot to me, and I appreciate your support and your patience, and your interest, and I hope I get to see you on other live streams. That would be great. Another one tonight, I don't know. And then more than likely doing one next week from another portion of Ohio. I do not live in Ohio, but I live right kind of on the border of Ohio and Indiana. So I do many visits and travels in both states. On Monday, I'm probably going to do a live stream in the morning, driving you guys up to Hartford City, Indiana, which is north of Indianapolis. I have to go up there to do a few things, and I thought, I would live stream it for you guys if anybody's interested in just seeing what a north-south drive looks like. Most of my drives have been east-west lately. You guys can go ahead and catch that stream probably around 7 o'clock Eastern Time, a.m. But it will be saved on YouTube if 7 a.m. is too early. I totally get it. Believe me, I don't want to be leaving at 7 a.m. either. But my appointment up there is about 10 o'clock, so I need to give at least a couple hours to travel up there, so gotta leave early. But you guys will be making a Starbucks run with me in the morning on the way out. Definitely will be doing Starbucks on the way up. Okay. Coming up to the sign here. Should be coming up to the sign here in just a little bit. She is buried up here in the Brock Cemetery, up closer to North Star. I think her father was also buried up here. I'm not sure about her mother. And I don't know about Daniel, her stepfather. But I do believe her father is buried here. And like I said, she's buried up here with her husband, Frank Butler. And reportedly their dog, which from what I read, Davy was very much kind of almost an emotional support dog for her after her car accident and her injury. The injury really set her kind of into a depression because she felt like she was sort of worthless because she couldn't do the trick shooting that she had done in the past. So Davy being around really kind of helped her mood on that. So that was good. Oh, my little GPS is not going to be happy. But I am going the right way. I followed the signs. And if the signs are wrong, that's not my fault. I can only do what the signs tell me to do.
Turn left on Burns Road.
Nope, I'm ignoring you. Oh my goodness, excuse me.
In a quarter of a mile. Turn left on Long Creek Road.
So this is kind of just a nice little drive out here. Nothing really out here.
Turn left on Long Creek Road.
A lot of corn, some soybean fields, a random cell tower here and there. But, you know, just average farms.
In 3/4 of a mile. Turn left on State Route 185.
I don't know if you can hear the GPS talking to me. If you can, I'm sorry. Okay. So here is the cemetery that she is buried at. I'm gonna go up here. Okay. Let me kind of get myself arranged here, and then I'll get you guys off the holder and bring you along. Alrighty. This is the Brock Cemetery. Okay, I'm going to take you guys off the little holder now. Hold on to your eyeballs. Oh no, wait a minute. Hold on. The little clipper part to my tripod popped off in my purse. I swear I'm organized. Here, I'll let you guys look out at the cemetery while I'm trying to find that little clip-on part. Son of a nugget. Oh. There we go. Okay. Hold on. The little clip-on part. Yay. I knew I had it. I just couldn't figure out where it went. Come on. Seriously? Fit in the stinking little thing. There. Goodness gracious, you would think that I've never operated anything technical before. Oh my lord. Okay. Alright, you guys are in there. I'll tighten you up a little bit. Okay. One good thing about county streets, as you can see in my side view mirror, nobody's here. So, actually, this would be a great place to come and investigate one night. There's a place, oh fudge, really? The only car in the county? There's a place to pull over and everything. And oh my gosh, okay, and they're going here too. Okay. So, I don't know if they have family members or if they're doing the same thing we're doing, but I'm going to be respectful. Okay, guys. Sorry for the, There. Okay. Sorry for the bounciness. Hold on. Bear with me. There. Okay. It's gonna be bouncy, I'm sorry. You keep falling down. Okay, hang on. Yep. He's doing the same thing we are. We made it. I'm gonna stop in just a sec. There. Let you guys go ahead and read if you want a screenshot. Okay, I will go to the other side as well. So here is, oh, here's her headstone. People have left rocks and coins, and people have actually left, that's pretty cool actually. They have left, I don't know if you can see it, they've left shotgun shells and rifle shells for her. Thank you, Annie, for everything that you have shown us that women can do. We appreciate and value your contribution, and enjoy your time at rest with your husband and Frank Butler, her husband. Is right here, right next to her. Thank you for sharing your wife with us, Frank, and for helping her see the world and helping us see all the incredible things that she was able to achieve. So now we will go back and we will read the back part of this sign. See. Hold on. There. There you go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. I appreciate it. And I'm going to leave you guys from here. Have a wonderful day. Please subscribe and like if you're inclined. And enjoy the day. Have a wonderful one.